Hello everyone, Ace here, and today I've decided to have yet another look at some Xbox emulation, however this time with XEMU, as they have just recently dropped a brand new version out, so let's try that. And the game we'll be testing with it is very specifically Bloodwake. So let's go ahead and jump right in. We've already seen this game on CXBX Reloaded, and it's pretty much what you remember on that, if I remember correctly. So we'll just be playing it on this and comparing the two versions. Just skip that because I'm pretty sure we've already seen this mission before on CXBX Reloaded, so we know what it plays like. So we'll just get into position and start wreaking havoc here. As you can tell, the animations for the characters are now properly emulated, which is not something you see on CXBX Reloaded. And also, all of the buildings are properly textured, which is another thing that is missing on CXBX Reloaded. And every now and then also, CXBX Reloaded has issues with texturing the pickups. So that's another thing to keep in mind. That said, this thing being that it is XEMU, you still are locked to the original resolution, which is a little bit of a problem. And while the frame rate is certainly usable, I've noticed a few small hiccups here and there. So I would say that CXBX Reloaded seems to be better optimized right now than XEMU, but XEMU is getting noticeably better, I would say, in that regard. And once they combine that with the improved emulation and higher resolutions, this should be exactly the sort of emulation that fans should be wanting, I would say. I personally think, as it stands now, this emulator is, however, already ready to play this game. As you can see, it's running relatively well. The only issue I can really think of with the emulation here, aside from very minor hiccups here and there, is the fact that the damage decals on your boats are not fully implemented yet in the emulator. So you'll see that the guns are taking damage, for example, but you're not going to see the ship itself degrade much, which was something that was in the original version of the game. Let's go ahead and heal. And you can see our guns brighten right back up, showing they have taken less damage. You can see some very minor frame rate issues there. Just destroy that, whatever it is. We are getting chewed up a little bit, but that's okay. This is the hardest difficulty after all, so it makes sense. I'd say for the most part, yeah, the simulator, like I said, is pretty much ready to play this game. I mean, to be fair, it doesn't seem like Bloodwake is that difficult to get running on an emulator in the at least in comparison to the other games that people want. But you can see why this game is also quite well loved in its own right, despite being an early Xbox release. This game came out, I believe, in 2001, so it's actually turning 20 years old this year. But, yeah. This game, I do think, is legitimate. The emulator is legitimately ready for those who want to play this game. So, yes, that is a look right there of how XEMU right now runs Bloodwake. It is ready to go, in my opinion. And with that said, this has been Ace. Hope to see you guys again soon. Take care. Ace out.